think that basically anything that doesn't add more meaning or just add more to the experience of your wedding day is a waste of time and money. Hey blushing brides, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome and congrats on your engagement. I am so excited to have you. My name's Kyle James and I make videos on all things wedding planning. So if you are in your wedding planning process or starting to think about it, be sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I have some really great stuff coming up that I'm really excited about, including a mini Maid of Honor boot camp that's going to be awesome. So be sure you hit that subscribe button and let's get into today's video. So first I'm going to start off with the worst favors for 2022 brides. I just say worst because these are things that I would personally not choose, and I will share my reasons why. I think that anything that doesn't add more meaning or add more to the experience of your wedding day is a waste of time and should be eliminated. P.S. No offense if you have chosen one of these as your wedding favors. If they're meaningful to you, then you should totally do it. My first least favorite wedding favor is personalized drinkware and koozies. If you've had a lot of friends get married already, you know that this has been done. You probably have an entire cabinet full of random personalized drinkware. Especially with all of the minimalism stuff being on trend right now, I think that random like koozies and random drinkware just kind of aren't really fitting into people's lifestyles anymore. People tend to just want like one nice set of things instead of just random things from everywhere. So I think personalized drinkware and koozies, they're actually pretty expensive, especially if you're doing the drinkware, and I just don't think they are necessarily worth it. My next least favorite wedding favor is anything that has your wedding personalization directly on it. So that goes back to like the drinkware stuff, but also like coasters and anything where you are etching your wedding day directly on the object kind of makes it less useful for most of your guests. I know that like parents and grandparents might like a keepsake like this, but I think for all 200 people or however many people you're having at your wedding, they probably don't want something sitting around their house that has your name on it. This kind of stuff just gets thrown in a junk drawer somewhere until somebody decides to declutter, at which time it just gets thrown away. So save yourself the time and money and don't do this. The next one might be a little controversial because it's super cute and I know so many people have been doing it, and that is seed packets. I think the Let Love Grow thing was adorable and it's like really cute to have it set up. But honestly, I don't think most people are going to go home and actually plant the seeds, especially because we've kind of seen this wedding favor already. So it's not necessarily as special or as exciting as it used to be. So people are just going to probably take them home, throw them in their junk drawer for a little bit, or throw them directly in the trash. So I think this is one that we can skip as well. If you are like a gardener or something and this has a lot of meaning to you, then that makes more sense and you can totally incorporate it. But if it's just a random thing that you're incorporating that doesn't really go with anything in your wedding, then I think that this favor is probably not the right one for you either. My next least favorite wedding favor is cheap or personalized candles and soap. I think at this point, we have all watched the decluttering videos and gotten rid of so many like candles and soaps and lotions that people have given us over the years. I think we could all probably just never get a cheap candle or soap or lotion again and be really happy about it. I think we would be okay. There are some really cute ones you can get, and there's some cute ways that you can like personalize the packaging now. But that's expensive and I just really don't see people actually using them. Even if you are wanting to like make these yourself, unless this is like your thing and everybody knows that you make soap or that you make candles, trying to take this DIY project on when you've never made this stuff before is a huge project. It takes so much time and energy, and then it just goes super unappreciated. So unless it's your thing, save yourself a headache and don't go learn how to make all these soap and candles for your wedding favors. My next least favorite wedding favor is keychains and refrigerator magnets. These both kind of fall into the category of personalized things, but I wanted to lay them out specifically because they are such a waste of money and are just going to end up in a landfill somewhere. Especially if you're spending like the extra money to have them personalized and stuff, nobody's actually going to use this. My last least favorite wedding favor before we move on to the positive stuff, and I'll share some really cool ideas with you. My last one is a candy or flower bar. I know these ideas are so cute and Pinterest perfect, but I've seen this done a few times, and honestly, people don't really take the time to go do it, especially if it's like on their way out of the wedding. They're usually like in a hurry to get on the bus, or they just have a lot going on and they just don't have the time to actually sit there and enjoy the little flower bar or the little candy bar that you have put together. So I find this one it's a lot of work, it can be a lot of extra money, and then people don't actually end up doing it. So if you are wanting to do like candy favors or something like that, you'll want them pre-packaged so it's really easy for guests to just grab them on their way out. And then if you really are wanting a candy bar or like a snack bar or something, have it somewhere where it's really obvious and kind of in the middle of everything so people will do it throughout the evening instead of just trying to all do it on their way out. And then you might also want to have your DJ or MC make a little announcement about it so that people really know about it and they actually use it, so that you didn't waste all your time and money creating this really cute little bar that nobody ended up using. I am not the kind of person that likes to dwell on the negative, so let's move on to my favorite wedding favor ideas for 2022 brides. These are actually more like my favorite wedding favors of all time. I think there's a lot of good ideas in here, so I will try to link as much as I can below for you so that you can shop them if you find something that you really like as well. My first wedding favor idea is actually one of my favorite ideas ever. It's so cool, and it's your wedding flowers. You might be like, what? But hear me out. At the end of the night, all of those flowers that you paid thousands of dollars for just get thrown in the trash. It's such a waste, it's so wasteful. So instead of just having your cleanup crew just throw them away, you can get little bud vases and then have your wedding coordinator or somebody in your family, you don't want to be the one doing this is too much work for you to be doing at your wedding, but have somebody take all of your centerpieces and all of your ceremony things and break them down and put them into little vases and then set them up at a table that guests can grab a vase on their way out. This way you're putting your money to good use with the flowers, and then like the little memory of your wedding kind of lives on for the next couple of days, and it's beautiful and enjoyable and just a very sweet idea. I love this way more than the seed idea because instead of just throwing them in the junk drawer, people will take them home, put them on their countertop, and just enjoy them for the next couple of days. My second favorite favor is another thing that always has tons left over and it's like kind of a waste of money, but if you can use it as a favor, it will actually get used and actually fully get enjoyed. And that is slices of your wedding cake. And you can also do little cupcakes that are kind of in the same flavor as well. There's usually so much cake left over, and the caterers are just like trying to hand it out to the staff and hand it out to people. I've seen it a million times, trying to get rid of the cake so that they don't have to just dump it in the trash. So you can get some super cute little boxes, which you can personalize. If you're somebody who's into the personalized ideas, this is a place where you can do that. Get some cute little to-go boxes and have your caterer just slice up the leftover cake, put it in the boxes, and put it on your favorite table so that people can grab it on their way out. I found these super cute little tags that say a sweet ending to a new beginning. I think these would be so cute to add onto those boxes. I will link those below. P.S. This reminds me of a great wedding hack that I learned from some of the caterers that I used to work with. You can have your caterer box up all of the leftover food from your wedding for you and the groom, and then for your bridal party as well, and it makes an amazing late night snack. Just make sure that you have your coordinator remind you to grab your leftover boxes on the way out so that you don't forget them. But I love this little hack because then you're not wasting the food because they'll just have to throw it away, or they just send it home with the staff. And then also it gives you a chance to actually enjoy your wedding food. I feel like when you're like going into your reception, you're just trying to eat and trying to get a little food in your system really quickly. You don't actually get to sit there and enjoy the food that you just paid so much money for. This is just a sweet little way that you and your partner can go back and actually enjoy your wedding food together. And plus, you're usually starving at this point. And make sure you grab some cake for yourselves as well, because wedding cake for breakfast the next day with coffee is the best. Okay, let's get back to favors. My next favorite wedding favor is photo booth photos. I love anything that like adds to the experience of your wedding, whether it's for you or for your guests, and I feel like a photo booth can really do that if you do it right. People love to like use the little props and get dressed up and go take photos together with their friends. And then a lot of companies have where you can get them digitally, but they also have them printed off. And I think this little keepsake of the photo booth photos is just such a fun favor for everyone. My next favorite wedding favor is kind of a classic, and I know it's been done, but I think people really enjoy this one, and it is bottle openers or wine stoppers. I love favors that guests will actually use, and I feel like this is one of them, especially if you do them so that they aren't like personalized directly on them. I love the idea of doing the bottle opener and then getting a cute personalized tag that you tie on each one. And then that way you can incorporate your wedding colors or your wedding theme and just have a super cute favor table, and then give the guests something that they can remove the tag if they want, or if they want to keep it as just a keepsake for your wedding, like if it's your grandparents or your parents or something, then they can keep the tag on. So I think allowing the guests to choose whether they want it personalized or not will make it much more useful for everyone. My favorite bottle openers that I found are by Kate Aspen. They're just such high quality, and they're actually not that expensive, but they're something that people will really keep and have as a keepsake for your wedding. I love this super cute little just hitched one if you're having a more rustic wedding. Also, you could do just this cheers one. That one's kind of basic and something that anybody could use and would go with anybody's home decor, and that they could keep around and be super cute for them to like have out for the holidays too. And then it's still, even if they take the tag off, the personalized tag, it still kind of like holds the memory of your wedding for them. These all run about $4 to $5 each. And then if you add personalized tags, I think it's like 25 cents or something. If you are kind of on a tight budget here, you can do, instead of doing one per guest, do one per party with a few extra. Because I find that people don't end up taking one for every single person, especially something like this. So, and then if you run out, it's fine, it won't be the end of the world. But then you're not like having 100 leftover things that you spent so much money on. The other way you can kind of keep this budget friendly is to find a more basic bottle opener on Amazon or something, and then add the personalized tags yourself. I also wanted to show you a wine stopper. These can be super cute. I love this Kate Aspen compass one, and then have like a tag on it that says, "Let the adventure begin." I think that's really, really cute too. My next favorite wedding favor is something local. I love when couples incorporate something about the story of where they're getting married or where they're from, just something that's meaningful about the place into their wedding, and favors is a great way to do it. The other thing you could do here is find a local vendor who does really cute, like boutique-y olive oils, hot sauce, honey, stuff like that. I usually like things that are like food related, so that people will actually use them, but this kind of gives them a taste of the local flavors from wherever you are getting married. This is especially fun for your out-of-towner guests. My next favorite wedding favor, and it's one that always gets taken, is snacks or candy. Like I mentioned, the snacks or candy bar are cool if you have it set up somewhere else so that people can do it throughout the night. But the best way to do this is to have a cute favor table with everything packaged up and ready to go. Everybody loves a late night snack on their way out. And there's just so many cute ideas that you can do here, and so many ways to incorporate things about yourself or about your love story into this, and just add more to the experience of your wedding instead of just having some random thing that doesn't make sense. And this can also be done if you have a larger budget. You can do something really nice and really pretty, or if you are on a tighter budget, this is something that can be done very cheaply. So for example, if you love going camping, having something like s'more related, or you could even just do your favorite candy and his favorite candy. I found these super cute tags. I will link them below. That's even adding such a personal touch to your wedding so that guests can experience you and experience your love story. I also love, love, love those super pretty custom cookies that people are making now. You might want to ask your cake baker if they do this. If not, there's somebody local who will do it for you, or you can find some on Etsy as well. They're just so pretty, and they make for such a pretty favor table, and people are going to take them because they're snacks. Everybody loves snacks. A note here, I mentioned with the bottle openers and stuff that you can do one per party. If you're doing snacks, be sure you do one per guest because everyone's going to want one. My next favorite wedding favor is my favorite because I'm kind of a kid at heart. It would be so cute to do a little custom coloring sheet with a pack of crayons. I know people kind of might roll their eyes and be like, we're adults or whatever, but any adult who sits down and colors with crayons who hasn't done so in a long time is going to enjoy it. I found this super cute Etsy shop that can like convert your photos into a coloring sheet of you guys, and I just think that would be so cute. And then that's something like the next morning everyone at brunch would be doing their coloring sheet or something, and they could like take pictures of them and send them to you. I think that would just be a super fun, super easy wedding favor that people would actually enjoy and use. My next favorite wedding favor is useful kitchen tools. If you and or your partner are really into cooking, this can be a super cute way to incorporate that. And then do like cute little whisks or cute little wooden spoons or something and have tags on them that say the perfect mix. You can get super creative here, but I think that that's a really cool way to incorporate one of your hobbies, and then it's something that everybody can use as well. I've also seen a wedding favor that was like a set of measuring spoons, and they did a little tag on it that says love beyond measure. There's so many like little creative cooking puns you could do, and you don't necessarily have to have all the same little kitchenware. You could just do like a couple whisks, a couple spoons, like have a mix that people could choose from, and then just have little punny tags on them. I think that would be adorable. My next favorite wedding favor is for the travel bugs out there. I love the idea of doing custom luggage tags for everyone and then including a little like our favorite places travel guide in there. I feel like this would be so meaningful and so custom that people would love this. This is one that would take some extra work, definitely, especially if you're gonna do the travel guide, but I think it would just be so meaningful and so cute, and just like really be able to share your love story and like who you are with your guests. In the little booklet, you could include like your favorite places to eat at certain places or places to stay, or just anything super cool that you've seen in different places around the world. Like I said, that booklet would probably be a pretty big project, so be sure that's something you want to take on and something that's super meaningful to you before you commit to that. And then I would suggest probably going to a local print shop and having them work with you to create that, or you might want to find somebody like a friend or somebody who has graphic design experience who could help you as well. And then if that's just too much to do the booklet, that's totally fine. You could do little signs or a little like display above the luggage tags with your favorite places as well, and that would still kind of give them the experience of your travels as a couple. So a few of my luggage tag picks, I love having ones where the guest names are already on them. You could incorporate this as your seating chart too if you wanted to. There's lots of cute ways you can do this, but I think it's just so meaningful to have something that's personalized with your guests' names that they would actually really use this and really like it. If you aren't going to use them as like place cards, or you have less budget to spend, you could just find ones that are not personalized that just have a cute saying on them like let the adventure begin. So basically, if you are going to do wedding favors, P.S. they are optional. I know it doesn't feel like it, but they totally are. Be sure that you're doing something meaningful, something that adds to the experience of your wedding for you and your guests. Something that like tells a story. Since we're in the days of minimalism and stuff like that, people are just not really keeping random objects around their houses anymore, and people want something that's like meaningful and that is going to create a memory for them, you know? So don't do something just because it's cheap or easy. If that's the route you want to take, or if you don't have the time or money to spend on this, you can literally just not do favors. It's totally fine. The point of wedding favors is to genuinely thank guests for coming and being a part of your big day, and just like some random cheap thing is just not that great of a thank you. So think of things that make you unique as a couple, or think of your love story and try to find creative ways to incorporate this into not only your favors but all aspects of your wedding. Okay, so there is my 2 cents on wedding favors. If you're not already, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me know if you like this video, or leave some creative favor ideas in the comments below. I love to hear from you. Also, if you haven't already, be sure that you go grab my wedding planning workbook so that you can get super organized and have a seamless, easy wedding planning process and a big day that you can actually enjoy. And I'll see you next time. Happy planning!
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along.